Good evening, I'm Charles Duvet. Tonight on Hotel Business News, a French company with a cool new take on hotel accommodation. In the fast-paced hotel industry, one company shocks the industry as they unveil what might be the world's smallest hotel and an unconventional way of sleeping.
We see an opportunity in the market to renovate very small places and maximize our return on investment.
Japan and other markets have introduced the concept of capsule hotels, which minimize space requirements. How does your product stack up?
Yes, well, let's look at the different floor areas needed for the different types of hotels. For very top hotels, you may need in excess of 100 square meters per key. So for a 200-room hotel, you need over 20,000 square meters for guest rooms, public areas, and back of house, which is a major investment, huh? But if you want to make a modest business hotel with limited services, then the total area requirement is of course less. And then there are the roadside inns and motels like this, which are even more compact and may have some limited amenities. And then even smaller, there are these capsule hotels which are super compact. But with our product and guest experience, we are able to reduce the overall space requirements to only 1.2 square meter per key, which is even smaller than the typical capsule hotel. So none of our competitors are able to match this. And now this is how it works.
We have designed an 80-room hotel in a 107 square meters space, which consists of only sleeping pods, a self-service check-in kiosk, luggage storage, and shared hygienic facilities. Through our research, we've discovered that business travelers really only need a final resting place after a long day of travel. Welcome to La Mode. Guests arrive into a small reception area containing self-service check-in kiosks. They simply swipe their credit card and press their thumb against the fingerprint reader to check in. After they input their wake-up call into the system, an available sleeping pod is automatically assigned to the guest and prepared for habitation. Meanwhile, the guest places their luggage onto a secure luggage rack which is constantly monitored by CCTV cameras. The guest finds their designated sleeping pod and, if needed, uses a rolling ladder to access the upper-level pods. Once inside the sleeping pod, a simple press of a button begins the cryogenic freezing process for a very restful night's sleep. Each pod is cryogenically sealed and supplied with a constant supply of oxygen. And since guests are frozen within 2 to 3 minutes, there is no need for room service or food and beverage outlets in the hotel. Guests can sleep anywhere from 8 hours to 8 months, depending upon how long they want to stay with us. Then, before the guest's wake-up call, the computer goes into resurrection mode and automatically thaws the guest while playing very pleasant wake-up music. After the sleeping pod is finally opened, guests are allowed to gradually warm up and adjust to room temperature. Of course, during this time, there is complimentary Wi-Fi to check the thousands of emails messages that may have accumulated while the guest has been asleep. After a very long sleep, guests can then revive themselves in the communal toilet and shower facilities, enjoy complimentary soap and shampoo, get dressed, retrieve their luggage, and check out at their leisure. Since the entire process is completely automated, we have no need for staff. We have no extra guest amenities that waste space, only the bare minimum for a fantastic night's sleep.
Since we only need 1.2 square meters per key, we can build La Morgue in almost every city in the world for a very low price. Our return on investment is usually 21 to 24 days from opening of the hotel, which makes our investors very happy, huh?
This concept certainly sounds revolutionary, but can something potentially go wrong?
No, of course not. It is very safe. Well, we did have one guest whose credit card was declined after checking in, which unfortunately resulted in the cancellation of his wake-up call.
And what happened to the guest?
Well, I think he is still sleeping, huh?
What about couples and families? Are they able to stay in your hotel?
Yes, of course. So we have a special deluxe love pod for 2 people, which is very popular with those younger market segments who like to wear white makeup and black clothing all the time.
What's the longest staying guest you've ever had?
Well, at our Paris flagship property, we had one guest who accidentally entered the wrong year on the wake-up call, and well, he ended up staying with us for 2.5 years.
2.5 years?
Yes, well, his wife was not very happy, huh?
Where does your company go from here? What's next for La Morgue?
We are currently working on a value-added option for our guests, which involves shipping frozen guests between cities on cargo ships. Imagine you go to sleep at La Morgue, Singapore, and you wake up in La Morgue, New York. No more hassles with transportation, flights, restaurants, luggage. We take complete care of our guests for their entire journey.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Charles Duvet. Tune in to Hotel Business News next week, where we'll discover how one hotel owner was duped into branding his hotel with a brand that never existed.